5 games in, and we definitely don't look like the team we looked like last season.
ETH, he's got his first team, but then when it comes to losing players and changing things around, I think we struggle big time.
For whatever reason, all these top players come to Manchester United and they don't kick on.
I wouldn't sack him, but because
sack him?
No, not yet. No, United.
That was even on the table.
Buying into what Arteta's telling us, we haven't got a first 11 anymore. We've just got a great squad.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening. Welcome to another installment of Podcast Pundits. I'm Dre, man. I'm back hosting. Got my voice back. Not sure for what reason, but I'm back in the hot seat. So I'll be your host for today. Avid Man United fan. Before I get into it, just the usual housekeeping and admin. Find us on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, TikTok, Instagram, X. Wherever you type in Podcast Pundits, you'll find us. It's podcast.pundits or podcast pundits _. Find us on there. Give us a comment. Give us a like. And before we crack on into what happened on the weekend, let's just go around the room. Tell you guys who's with us today. If I start to my left,
De La Strada. What's going on, man?
Yeah, good man. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, good weekend. Went to a festival. I think it was a nice way to cap the summer. So you ain't gonna see me until Christmas.
Just caught the last bits of the sun and stuff like that.
You saying closing party?
Yeah. Good vibes, good sun. I mean, good weather, good music. Yeah.
Nice. Nice to be finally just outside before you're going to be in your home for the rest of the next few months when it's all cold and your heating's on. So yeah, I feel that. And just let them know, De La Strada, who are your teams?
Arsenal, United, no, Arsenal, Man City.
You don't even know anymore.
He's lost track. Fair enough. And then moving to De La Strada's left.
Yeah, man, what are you saying, guys? It's your boy Strives, or you can call me Striver. I'm your Arsenal correspondent for the Podcast Pundits show. Just sitting here, just going through the motions as we cruise to a Premier League title, first time in 20 years.
Any good bets this weekend, Striver?
Yeah, actually, there was a nice
good
one.
few.
There was a couple, but my marquee one was Spurs was losing, and I put a tenner on Spurs to win with I think 9 minutes to go. There was 12 minutes injury time, and I just a little punt in there won me about 400 quid.
Nice.
You're going to be known as the better of the podcast.
Well, as that
every week, bruv.
Yeah, might have to do a little segment for you, just like
Striver's picks.
Yeah, Striver's picks for the week coming up.
So Draymond, before you introduce the next person, you know it's fans like Strives, that people wish are down for one. You're saying Arsenal going to win the league?
Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah.
You're saying it's this early?
I'm saying it this early.
So that means everyone's praying for Arsenal's downfall from now. So
yeah,
I'll be honest, we've been praying for it for a while.
This is where I was at. Like last season,
you believe?
I was humble. I genuinely didn't believe we were going to win the league, and then when the belief started to set in, everyone started treating me as if I thought we was going to win the league from the beginning. So now I genuinely believe we're going to win the league. I've offered every punk in this room bets.
Bet you're going to win the league. I'll take that bet right now.
I never said win the league, but I mean finish above your team. So
I don't want to take that bet.
Same difference.
So why are you talking about it? It's got nothing to do with that.
Bro, why are you talking, bro? Why are you talking, bro? Because you know what I mean. You know we've got unfinished business.
So moving on to from Striver, who's next?
Yeah, it's your boy Joey Nomadic, and I got fire for everybody here today. Especially the Strive punks. Yeah, man, Liverpool supporter. It is what it is, man. Next.
Moving on. Last but not least.
This guy's attitude stinks.
Marley Marl here. Another week where I don't really want to be here, but I'm here with my boys.
And why is that? Which team do you support, Marley Marl?
I just love the beautiful game, I'll be honest. Don't really have a team anymore.
Oh, one of them ones.
We've been there, man. I get it. I can't even judge you.
Fair enough. Only right then to start with our first game. It was Man United 1, Brighton 3. The hosts were unbeaten in the Premier League until then, but then Brighton brought that to a halt quite quickly and rapidly. But Marley Marl, what I would say is, from the beginning of the game, they started all right, but then it just went all downhill from there, right?
Yeah, yes. I mean, I've seen the highlights. I was out with Della on Saturday, so I didn't actually view the whole game. But yeah, from the highlights and what I've heard we were doing pretty well in the first half.
First half or first 10 minutes?
I heard a half.
I think you're right, Della Strada. No, I think you're right. The first 10 minutes,
not the half. So my mates were lying to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so first half, first 10 minutes, whatever. We looked okay in the early stages of the game, and Brighton were just absolutely clinical. Like they knew what they were doing. They absolutely knew what they were doing.
Brighton's first goal was against the run and play though.
What time was that goal?
It was quite early, so it was against the run and play.
Yeah,
yeah, it was early. That was right.
Welbeck's going.
Welbeck scored it, but it was against run and play. But at the same time, it doesn't really knock the way that Brighton just go about their business in like playing ball and then getting the goals. Do you know what I mean? It's
not at all. Not at all.
They're very efficient. Obviously, like a lot of Man United fans went into the game thinking that was going to be a bogey game. I think that's the fourth time they've beat us in a row.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, I think a lot of United fans probably would have had a bit more optimism, being that it's at home. Okay, maybe we might ride a storm.
Yeah,
but obviously
you beat them in the FA Cup, I think.
Yeah. But I think like with a lot of things, this was one of the games where it showed that Brighton actually have a better squad than us. Overall, this is what I would say.
No, yeah, I'm not.
They've not got a better squad than you.
I can't agree with that.
We had an argument about this a couple of weeks ago, innit?
Yeah,
I can't agree with that. I think they've got a.
You know when you say you can't agree, when you say you can't agree, you know what's crazy is because obviously they were missing so many first teamers.
Who, Brighton?
Who was that? Who? Because I heard this
Brighton.
a couple of times.
They made 6 changes, but So when you say they were, as in Brighton were missing players or United were missing players?
Well, Brighton in terms of their first team, but I mean we both were, but
Man United were heavily depleted.
We were, but you're saying our squad is better than them. So this is my point that okay, we should be dealing with these guys, but we're not.
Well, we should. Yeah, you should be playing better.
100%. We should be playing better. It's just not working.
Why should you be playing better? What gives you that entitlement to just be playing better?
It's the most expensive team in the league.
Yeah, so they should be doing better.
That's one. Obviously, Ten's obviously got a reputation of being actually a decent coach.
Can we speak on his reputation?
Please,
because
please.
I don't know much. I didn't actually watch Ajax. I just heard about Ajax, and obviously they had their run into the Champions League. But I never actually, obviously I didn't know much about him. But since coming into the Prem, like, what makes us think he's meant to be this great manager?
United have been winning it
because Ajax played good football. And
Ajax played good football, and United played actually last season. We were actually decent. I think we were decent last season.
I think that's fair.
I think obviously we're starting the season like 5 games in, and we definitely don't look like the team we looked like last season. And remember, last season there was a few plaudits for Ten Hag and the style of football he was playing, and also the improvement.
What was his style of play?
Yeah, because I thought it was counter-attack football.
No, I wouldn't call it counter-attack football.
Would anyone else here call it counter-attack football?
I think it is.
Ten Hag.
Yeah,
but you know what? Ten Hag was playing counter-attack football.
100%.
I think if we were playing counter-attack football, we wouldn't be conceding as many goals. Right now, we are conceding a lot of goals.
No, we're talking about last season.
We are.
Last season as well.
Your defense was okay last season.
They conceded a lot of goals last season.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can still concede loads of goals and be counter-attacking football. It just means your defense isn't good.
Yeah.
Because you don't have possession majority of the game.
Our away form was the major issue. Obviously, what happened on Saturday happened. But our away form, for me, indicates that I wouldn't call us a counter-attacking team.
No, I mean, I think. Sorry to cut you. I think Erik ten Hag had the idea, the vision to play possession-based football. He made that quite apparent and clear in his press conferences and whatever contributions he gave to the media. But it's just we didn't really see that translate on the pitch. And obviously, we've been at it all day, like, to be honest. And something I said to you guys earlier before we got on air was I liken it to Arteta's first season at Arsenal, because Arteta also came with a vision. He came with like a brand of football that he wanted to play and whatnot. But essentially, when you inherit a team that's not yours and you're playing with guys that you're not necessarily familiar with, you get like a limited time with them on the training ground and what have you not. And it's hard to have your ideas translate from the training pitch onto the ground. And I think he reverted to counter-attack football because quite simply that was
that's a person that was available to him. So he's playing a style based on the play that's available to him rather than his own style.
Yeah, I think he won. I think he tried to play with his own style, but then he started getting spanked, innit? He got Brentford battered them. If you think about the way they started last season, and then it became apparent that, okay, I want to play this style, but it's going to take me a while to embed this style into the team. So you saw them gradually go towards counter-attack football, and it was similar to like what happened with Arteta when he took over from Arsenal like midway through the season. We won those FA Cups and stuff. Like literally counter-attack football, just becoming harder to break down, and then hitting them on the break and being like sharp, clinical with the few opportunities that we got. And that's pretty much, I think that's where Ten Hag was excelling, and that's why I started giving Ten Hag a lot of plaudits. If you guys remember in last season, because I was like, this guy is doing amazing alchemy with what I consider to be a very bad team. I thought your team was going to need at the minimum 3 years to get to where you want to be, or where you guys will start enjoying your football. And ultimately, you guys enjoyed your season last season.
So he's overperforming then in some way.
But Della brought up the example of De Zerbi and Postecoglou coming in, not necessarily having the teams they want, but making instant impact. So I think there is, to some extent, if the person is the manager that we say he is, you do have a higher expectation. And I think 3 years is a lot to give somebody to come into a club with those resources and say that they should be playing the style of football that he wants. Maybe they're not going to be successful, but they should at least be playing the style of football that he wants quite quickly. Because Arsenal were playing it. It wasn't great, and they weren't doing it officially, but you could see on the pitch that they're still trying to make something translate. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any style, for me to even say that Man United have a style of football. I've not seen anything to kind of like counteract that.
Yeah, because you obviously used De Zerbi and Tottenham. How do you say his name again? Postecoglou. I think Tottenham and I think Brighton, I think they had a better foundation in terms of understanding how they need to play than
I think the term was
United
personnel though. Like maybe he hasn't got his players, but none of them had their players when they came.
Yeah. But additionally, I think the Man United players are bog standard average in terms of like a lot of the old.
But so is Brighton's players.
Yeah,
bog standard.
100%. Lewis Dunk. Nobody was batting an eyelid at Lewis Dunk before he started turning up with Graham Potter and De Zerbi. Nobody was batting an eyelid at Gross, who I've always thought was a sick guy. Nobody I don't think we can apply different rules.
Nobody wanted him.
Man United,
nobody wanted him.
Played at Man United, played at Arsenal. Now
nobody wanted him.
Welbeck's baby. Welbeck probably would have stayed at United if he wasn't so injury prone at the time.
I agree.
But the fact is that I think we're giving ETH allowances that we're not giving these other people that didn't come with such a big name in the league.
What I will say though, and by the way, I don't want to sound like I'm just siding with United though, but Welbeck he's come from United, so he's used to playing a high caliber and a high standard of football. He played under Alex Ferguson, he played under Wenger, so he's got that foundation of knowing what to do. So someone like De Zerbi can come true.
You can't confirm that. That doesn't make any sense, bro, because so many players have played at these top teams and they've just dwindled.
No, but because you made a point of saying the thing was personnel. I think Marley Marl said these guys had a foundation and they were almost like bred in a way to play a particular style of football, whereas I don't think Manchester United were. And you made a case of talking about personnel, but in talking about personnel, Welbeck being part of that personnel, he was bred in a way to play a particular style of football that was easier to.
I think the point is that nobody wanted Welbeck because he wasn't in high demand.
Yeah,
so for you
Welbeck's
to say
a top 4 player,
well, nobody in the top 4 is talking about Welbeck. So at Brighton, he's looking in that kind of form.
But are we talking about...
we can't give plaudits to De Zerbi and then take him away from ETH. Like, we have to apply the same kind of scale here.
I get you, but...
Because there's loads of players at Man United that were at Real Madrid and looking and stinking up the place. Yeah. And they've got good pedigrees.
But it's different for desirability against what you can actually do though, right? So I understand. So I understand that desirability might be a factor that you're using, and obviously in this debate, one of. But then does that take away the man's ability to actually play the football and understand and have the football brain acumen to
We
implement
can't-
what
well,
the coach.
We can't really speak on that because we can't say
But
that.
we've seen it at Arsenal and
No,
we've
but I'm
seen it
saying-
at United, so we can speak on it.
But we can't say that Welbeck is now playing well because he has the mentality to do it. Because why didn't he have the mentality to do it at Man United and Arsenal?
But he did play well at both clubs.
No, okay, well, Ferguson and Welbeck, but there's other players. at
Exactly.
Brighton.
Like I said, Gross. Nobody had
know
a
what I'm saying?
retort to Gross. Nobody had a retort to.
But they've still got man like Lanana.
Well, come on, man. Come on. You're doing devil's advocate.
Let's talk about United's team. United's a board.
but remember, I
you've
said-
got Rashford. Hang on, you've got
yeah,
Rashford.
yeah.
You've got Anthony, who's played for Ten Hag at Ajax.
Talk about players that played on Saturday, please.
No. You
I
can't do that.
Yeah, we're supposed to be talking about the game.
Your start
No, we're
isn't
not, we're
dependent on one game.
We're talking about
It's
the
a-
manager right now.
It's the whole thing. So, but you've had players, top class players at United. So there's no justification. So no one can't say Brighton. Bro, the main
Come
fact that
on,
we're trying to
man.
justify the fact that Brighton have players to play in a certain way.
You're talking about Anthony, so
I'm going for the list.
Okay, we're talking about
season. We had a good season.
Donny van der Beek then.
No, I'm
Donny
going
van
for
der
the
Beek.
list.
He's not playing.
Yeah, why is he not playing, bro? Because he's had the same upbringing.
As
He's had
as
the
Ajax.
exact. He's had the exact upbringing
yeah,
that
they're right.
ETH
You know what I'm
requires.
saying? Casemiro, Bruno,
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Varane.
they're right.
So
They're right.
I guarantee you, De Zerbi will take this United team and playing exactly the same football playing at Brighton.
Do you know why I don't? Do you know why I disagree
Because
with
you
that?
blame the club.
I
blame the Glazer.
Not even the Glazer. I think the culture at Man United, for whatever reason, all these top players come to Manchester United and they don't kick on. For whatever reason it is. I
There's
think
loads of reasons though. It's not whatever. There's loads.
I think that the
The salary structure.
the coach contributes, the salary structure for sure. I think the club is pretty toxic. I think playing in the stadium is pretty shit as well. Like the atmosphere is dead compared to, I hate to say it, African Emirates. Like it is.
But the atmosphere has always been dead at Man United, even during your successful times.
Not
because
always.
they always
Not
used to talk
always.
about the pro cocktail fans and the international fans.
Yeah,
Now
true.
it's worse. Now it's
That's
worse.
true.
Yeah, but it's
Now
always been
worse,
shit. It's
bro.
always
Yeah.
been shit.
But what's the solution then?
Yeah.
If it's not the manager, is I don't know. What's the solution?
I think what Marley is trying to say is that it's a combination of things, and that for a long time United haven't really. I don't think they've really. They've tried to rectify things.
They haven't.
And no, they're trying to. But
think
then
they
with
have,
the
you know.
Glazers, I don't think we're getting that far.
The attempts have been very superficial.
Yeah,
the real attempts means you need to gut the club out.
Yes.
I think somebody was saying that today.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
gut the club out. You need to get rid of what was
Yeah, but
that guy?
that starts with the owners, though, right?
No, it doesn't.
100%.
It doesn't
No, it does.
necessarily.
No, it does.
It doesn't
I think it
necessarily
does.
because they're making decisions.
No, but I don't think it always.
They're making
because-
what decisions?
Decisions on hiring the people to make those decisions at club level.
Yeah. But
And they're all dead. They're
But
all
if
rubbish,
they
man.
get the right people in to make the decisions, bro, like the same way that you lot want the Glazers out. In 2 years' time, you could be celebrating the Glazers because this happened at Liverpool when people loved FSG.
Yeah.
Then the next minute they're screaming FSG out when Michael Edwards is gone, when all these other guys are gone. So I don't think you can blame the owners. You can blame the personnel because the owners aren't there to manage the club. They're there to own the club and reap the benefits of owning the club.
So when you won the Carling Cup, was it the Glazers? Like what? Is it Ten Hag?
I'm not subscribing to the meltdown phase at the minute. I'm still back in 10. Like I'll obviously be going through a difficult period right now, but I do think it will turn. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of rival fans are trying to make me freaking pull my hair out that I don't have, but it's not going to happen. Like I'm.
Yeah.
I'm just asking fans to just look at the manager and expect more. And I think you should expect more.
I expect more, and I think Man United fans do expect more. But also, I think he'll turn the corner. Like it's 5 Premier League games.
No,
like,
let's be that.
Sorry, so why do you think he'll turn the corner though? Because of what?
Yeah, what's it based on?
Well, we've got a lot of players out at the minute. A lot of players out, and a lot of players that he's brought in.
Hey,
as well.
let's-
Wan-Bissaka's out
players.
again
Name him.
for 2
Go on,
months.
go on, you tell me the players that he will play. Don't say
because
Malacia because Malacia doesn't even start.
He's going to say Mainu.
Okay.
He's going to say Diallo, who's
Go on,
never
let's
played.
say these
He's
names.
never played in the Premier League for Man
I was going to
United.
say Kobe Mainu actually.
Yeah.
Kobe Mainu, Anthony.
Okay.
AWB.
playing Park.
Yeah,
Sancho.
Yeah. Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
maybe
Shaw and Varane are the only ones on that list, bro.
Did we say Amrabat?
Yeah,
Bro, you haven't
He
even
hasn't
seen
played.
Amrabat
He
in
hasn't
your
played.
team yet.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, but he's injured.
I've
He's
seen
injured.
this.
No, he's not on the list, bro. He hasn't played for you yet.
Go on, who's missing?
It's just
Who else?
Varane and Shaw.
That will make
and AWB.
which is only one game.
and
But
that's-
the last
yeah.
5 games.
Yeah, but he's out. I think he's out for 2 months now.
Yeah, but it
No,
doesn't
for the
matter,
last
bro.
few games
Like,
Oh,
he's
okay,
played,
yeah.
So you're not really missing anyone big.
My point is, we'll get better.
Okay, we
When,
have
when,
But what's that based on?
we're up the players returning, okay?
you know-
I agree.
And if we don't,
Varane is a big
Of course
return,
he
and
is,
Shaw
but
is as
Varane
well.
was part of it when they were losing, or when
7-0.
they're not playing so well.
And they were
But-
there when, just literally took the words right out of my mouth, bro. They were there when they got piped 7-0, bro. So, these guys aren't necessarily, they're not your saving grace, bro.
it happens, man.
It doesn't happen.
but
It
what-
doesn't really, to be honest.
It happens.
What I would say, I think that for me, the main concerning thing of Ten Hag is not so much. It's more so what he says after the game.
Yeah.
Whereby he makes the excuses.
Yep.
And then he thinks his team should have done better. So I don't know. No, he thinks he should have got a better result. So I don't know whether he's saying it so the fans
To encourage somebody, yeah.
But if you actually believe it, that's what's scary. Because
Because he said that you lot played
games-
well against Arsenal.
against
Yeah, he's-
Arsenal,
yeah.
Brighton, bro, you didn't.
Yeah, against Tottenham as well. He said we played.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
played
Yeah,
decent.
so that's what's concerning. If he truly believes it, then I don't see any hope because what's he going to change?
I want to believe it doesn't.
Okay, let's hope so.
You know what though? Against Tottenham, there were spells where United did look
chances.
like the superior teams. There was little spells because even with Spurs doing so well recently, or what have you, you can see where they can get got at. And United exploited that at times during a game. But I think the running theme with Manchester United, you guys will have little phases. I think you guys touched on it even with the Brighton game. You guys had a little bit of promise to your start, but then there just seems to be some sort of cohesion that's lacking, that's missing. What have you guys made of all the I think Marley Marl was talking about the
Rashford.
yeah, like talk about the breakdown and the meltdown, around. Obviously, Rashford's getting blamed now for his lack of application to the game. He's just literally, he's literally, what's he doing? He's like strolling back when he's, strolling back from attacking, like, sorry, I've been distracted by what's going on the TV. Nottingham Forest just equalised. But he's basically, his work rate is poor. And apparently, there's a fan out there that's really putting together a solid dossier against.
I saw that screenshot.
Yeah.
I saw that screenshot.
The guy's done well, man.
Yeah,
done well, bro.
yeah, because his case is gathering a lot of momentum at the moment.
It's silly though. Let's be honest. Are you talking
Why-
about all the Igalo?
No, not even that. No, I think it was just the video. He done a little video compilation of him not doing nothing in the game. Other than
But that was only about like 30 seconds. So
Other
unless you
than-
watch the whole game, I don't.
No. It was rife in the game, especially with the whole team. To be fair, that's why I'm not pinning that on Rashford.
You know what? And I think that's
should
why Sanchez probably thinks he teaches a mock.
I think
Because everyone's not working, they're just pinning it on him.
Yeah. And I think that for me that was also worrying that he called out Sancho because they said why isn't Sancho featured in the squad today, bro? Make up some bullshit, bro, man.
Yeah, that's what kind of disappointed me a little bit because he's good at dodging questions when it is convenient. But yeah, I felt like he threw Sancho under the bus. But I mean, we spoke about that, to be fair. But yeah, the agenda against Marcus Rashford is not surprising at all because Man United, there always has to be a scapegoat.
Yeah, I was going to say
like someone. There always has to be someone that you put the blame on, and I think and that's why we're actually a toxic club. We just got to ride the wave, man. I think.
What do you think of his team selection though? It was like what was it? Casemiro, McTominay.
Yeah, McTominay.
Wait,
But what was his options,
bro?
though?
He played a fucking diamond, bro.
Yeah, and he didn't change it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
He could start it, but
When
he
was the
just
last
didn't
time you
adapt.
lot saw a diamond, bro?
But diamonds, it's okay if it could work, but when you realize it's not working, then
Not
change
against this Brighton team and
No,
how
yeah,
they
'cause
play.
they
They
just-
play five at the back, and
they're just
very expensive.
expensive.
Exactly.
and that's what I'm saying. That's why you question them. Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy. How can you play up Diamond and still get piped 3-0? Because even Diamond, wouldn't you naturally go into the
spaces, isn't it?
3-1.
But you can go into like a flat two flat banks of four, isn't it? When you're defending, which is harder to break down traditionally. You know, 4-4-2 is probably one of the best defensive structures.
I
in the
personally
game.
think that he's just looking at what he's got, and then I don't know. I think he's just trying to string something together.
But didn't he have Pelestri
Yeah, he did. Yeah, for some reason he didn't want to go with him. So,
for some reason, huh?
but the thing is, I think we personally don't have it nowhere near enough depth as a Man United team.
Brighton 17 million squad's better than your squad, you reckon? Yeah, I was there, to be fair.
I would say that they're close. I don't think we're good enough at all. Because I think
name me Brighton's midfield.
Brighton's midfield was like Gross.
The
The Hood.
Who was it? Let me get it up. It was...
March, did Solly March play?
No, he didn't.
Nah, he was out. That was the thing.
Matoma.
So Gross, Dahoud, and some who?
Is it Bonete and Bonete?
There was
No, he
Lallana
didn't
in there.
play.
Lallana was in there.
Lallana, that was it.
That's better than your midfield, yeah.
Let's be honest. Like the value of a team doesn't.
No,
really
it's
mean
irrelevant.
shit.
I just mentioned the
Whoa,
players.
whoa,
there.
hang on, wait. What do you mean? Say that again?
Like the value of the team is bullshit, bro. If you
No, it plays a part.
No, that's not true.
No, if you got a good scouting network, you can do the thing, bro.
I think I don't.
No, but that midfield.
Come on.
of Dahoud,
Come on, bro.
No, but as well, I think it's
Gross
not.
and
The thing is as well, they Brighton have that unity as well, whereas we don't. So you know where he's
Yeah,
making
but that's the manager's
changes.
fault.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
That's the manager's fault.
Talk on the unity, bro. Like,
If there's no unity, that's the
but-
manager's fault.
Because I'm thinking-
in terms of where we're at right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
get what you mean.
but why though? Because your team is your whole team
in
together
the
is the
toilet,
same,
bruv.
but it's the same age as Brighton all together.
No, but he's talking about everything that's going around the club at the minute. Anthony's in banged up.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, but let's just say that one of the Brighton players was banged up. The unity will still be there at Brighton, bro, because the manager has put unity in the club.
What if there was two players or what?
The unity will still be there, bro. It will still be there, bro. Because let's have it right. ETH hasn't put that spirit in the club, bro.
Yeah, Brighton's lost McAllister. They've lost Caicedo.
In the way they lost Caicedo as well.
And they just don't look like anything's changed.
No, they're not getting
Bro,
phased.
They lost their keeper, Sanchez.
Oh, yeah.
They got-
But he was
they-
second choice when he left.
But still had only just taken place, bro. And look, still was just in there, bro. Like nothing.
When are you man playing them anyway? Because I'm tired of this.
No, I'm
need
scared of Brighton, bro.
You don't need to feel this as well, man. Pause.
I'm scared of Brighton as well, bro. Because they're a good team.
How can you no, this what's happened to Manchester United, man?
Dre, what else you got?
He wants to
What else
release,
you got
he wants to unleash Brighton to the rest of the match.
He wants to release a plane upon the world.
Bruv, we're just getting all these teams and holding corn early, bro. Like, what's going on, man?
They did like 49 passes, and
No,
then,
it was 30. I counted it, bro.
and then what? And then,
One press from.
Did you have them clickers that they have the bouncers?
Yeah. With one press from regular.
you guys might be missing Mount. Like, dare I say it? Because do you think that would
Mount was there when Wolves were running through them.
Come
in
on, man. They're
midfield.
bouncing the ball around.
yeah,
man.
that's
Easy,
that's
bro.
running through them. Do you think?
So what would Mount have done?
Well, he would have ran around, man.
And
No, you're taking the mic. He's taking the mic.
No, there was one video there where they were showing Bruno Fernandes tracking, and it was like,
I felt so sorry
I was
for
like,
him.
watch the minute when he loses hope.
Yeah.
No, but there was at one stage Bruno was actually playing at the back, which was just mad.
I was telling Marley, bro, sometimes he puts in a defensive shift, bro. And
it's
it goes
mad.
unnoticed.
I personally think ETH, he's got his first team, but then when it comes to losing players and changing things around, I think we struggle big time.
I'll be honest, it's hard to look at you lot play and identify any instructions that have been given to players.
I know you're missing the hair as well, because I think Onana could have stopped at which goal was it?
Oh, was it a third one?
Pedro. my guy.
Pedro's, yeah.
The racism to Onana.
No, I'm just-
It needs to stop.
Why has this got racism?
BLM, yeah?
Ramsdale,
Support black keepers, please.
Ramsdale's gone through the same thing. Ramsdale got blamed for the Rashford goal, which I thought was actually a decent goal, but the Pedro one, he genuinely probably should have done a lot better than that.
Nah,
No, I don't know. He's not tall. He weren't tall enough.
No, Joe. You said if your hand touches it, you should do better.
Oh, 100%.
That's what you said about Ramsdale.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
I like how
that's what I'm
Della
saying.
Stradis
That's
caught
And then
you
what did I
out.
say? And then what did I say?
Yeah,
I said
but
it's
it just shows
No, because I'm man enough to say when I'm
blackness
wrong.
in your heart.
I'm man enough to say when I'm wrong. Have you got any more questions on United?
No, let's move on to the next
No,
team.
wait, because I prepared something. I got a couple questions and statements. I'll let you know when I need a response.
Yeah, go for it.
So Rashford, cut in and shoot. Smashford, yawn. I'm tired of the Smashford, bro. Next one. What is Onana's best skill and why was he brought to the club? What is Onana's best skill and why was he brought to the club? Question.
To ping the ball out.
Crefton.
The growth time, man.
And you said to ping the ball
Yeah,
out.
the distribution.
Out of the top 14 clubs, he has the lowest completed long-range passes. Out of the top 14 clubs.
You know what?
But I still bet
I
they would
only
take it
went to
out.
the 14 clubs as well. If I went further, I think he might have been lowest in the whole league, bro.
I heard that as well.
Yeah,
Tell a lie. He was pinging some balls to Saliba and Gabriel last week.
all
Still.
week, bro. The other one was...
Did you see how these stats come out when it comes to Man United?
No.
bro, because you look...
When he was at Inter Milan, he was the next best thing, bro.
Yeah.
You said that.
Whoa.
Did anyone hear
Not
say
one
that?
person.
FIFA said it. Okay, all right.
Another question. Are you guys allowed to press? at your club?
Can we move on to the next question, please?
I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's happening here.
Are you allowed to press at United? This is a genuine question because I've not seen anybody pressing that whole game. There was 30 passes. And
What does Casemiro do? What's he doing? Just chilling.
I don't know. I think he's just collecting his retirement pension, bro.
We do press, but it wasn't working because there was so much width on the pitch. Like it's my formation on FIFA. You just play with a lot of width.
4-4-2 diamond. Yeah. Okay. And then the other thing is Lisandro Martinez sent to the shadow realm again.
Do you know what it is with him? Yeah, because I've got a question.
I've got a question. How many times are you not going to go to the depths of hell to get him out of the shadow realm? Because Salah sent him there in the 7-0 and Gross dropped one shoulder and he got sent there again.
Yeah,
Can I respond to your question,
Go
please?
ahead.
You see the problem with him, yeah, is he's too committed, and I've been there.
He's violent.
He's violent. He wants every single ball, and the thing is, Lindelof isn't levels. I'll be honest, he's not levels. Like so, when you're playing against playing with a centre back that isn't wavy like you feel committed to go for more balls.
Nah.
And you're liable to get munched, bro.
And when Salah sent him to hell and back, who was he playing with? Varane.
He didn't say hell. We said the shadow realm.
I just called it hell.
Yeah, exactly.
And Ericsson done 2 pirouettes. That was good.
As I said,
That was nice. And my last thing is Højlund. Is he passion over potential? What is he?
Nah, you got to give that.
He's got a good tap in. He's got a good tap in.
Yeah. Obviously, there was the disallowed goal. Obviously, the ball went over the line, and if that went in, who knows? It might have been a different game.
If
but
the ball didn't go out, then it might have been a different game.
If my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bicycle.
but
First game, 60 minutes in, he's got under the belt. He'll come good. He'll get the goal.
That's all I had, bro. That's all I had.
Nah, it's fine. I think overall, anyone that was thinking United were going to win that might have been, especially like Marley Mar said, I think we had the injuries. I mean, Brighton did, but overall, I think like we said, the manager and the unity of the team is just, it'll get you further. Obviously, when Ferguson used to have dead players in the squad as well, and they used to come in, they sometimes used to perform because when you've got that unity in your team and you're used to that winning mentality.
No, the players were scared of Ferguson, man. Like they come out and say it all the time. Ashley Young even came out and said,
but it wasn't. But bro, they would want to play out their skins to show him, even though they were scared. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it's
because they were scared.
Yeah, that fair motivated them. They wanted
I don't think we get that with ETH. It's just like,
do you think ETH approached that game thinking he was going to win that game?
No.
I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't.
No. I wouldn't.
You hope he didn't? I want to know the rest.
Because I think it is reflected in how they play, bro. Because I don't think he had anything, and I haven't seen anything from him.
You can't be at Old Trafford playing Brighton and you before you even step out of the tunnel thinking, yeah, we're not winning this game. That's abysmal. That's abysmal.
In case you guys didn't understand, that was my question.
Not that you're not winning the game, but I think he, in his head, he kind of thought that we're getting 3 points here today.
Yeah, I don't think you go into a game against Brighton and think you're going to automatically get 3 points. If that's your question. It doesn't matter.
No, it's not automatic 3 points. But
not automatic.
You'll be confident for sure.
Yeah.
Arsenal at the Emirates are expecting to win every game.
Yeah, 100%.
Every game. And to be honest, I can't say that it's different from Manchester United, especially considering your home form. So
you think Arteta goes into a game against Brighton at home and says we're winning this game?
Yeah, when we lost to Brighton, I think we lost to Brighton in a similar fashion towards the end of last season. That was abhorrent.
Okay,
you cannot go. You cannot.
But I think at the same time we need to be giving credit to Brighton as well.
Yeah, but no one's not taking any credit away from Brighton.
But you're saying you would expect Arsenal to win, but they played well. They played well at the Emirates as well.
Brighton. I'm taking credit away from Brighton because I think Man United, they no-showed. So I can't give them as much credit as you lot think they deserve because I don't think they showed up, bro.
That's a fair point as well. I'd say that we didn't really.
Have United showed up all season?
No, we haven't.
Because there's an argument to say you don't deserve to have a point on the table.
I think so.
It's probably a fair point as well. And one thing I would say is that before I move on to the next game, the thing I don't like about Man United at the moment is we seem to be breaking a lot of records for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
What records have you broken?
I saw something like that. Like the first time you conceded 2 goals in.
Yeah, exactly. It's all these kind of records and like the way we're like losing. I think Tottenham as well.
Yeah.
First time he lost first 3 games in 5 games.
Yeah, all these kind of stats.
But then things happen. Even under Arteta, there was loads of negative stats, but it happens. But
There's always a stat to be found somewhere.
I think a long way to go for ETH yet, and I think Marley Marr is fair when he says we have to let him get some of his players back before we start
You can't
sending him to hell and back.
You can't bury him net.
yeah, me
got
personally,
credit.
I wouldn't sack him, but because
Sack him? Oh,
No,
Lord.
no. What I'm saying because United
That was even on the table.
I wouldn't go that far because I think what United's problem has been is that you've got a mixture of all these different players from different managers. Not saying that's your excuse, but at least give him time to continue to spend hundreds of millions on players.
Move.
No, but Rangnick told you know what? That's crazy. Because we gave them the opportunity to squander hundreds of millions of pounds. Yeah, and Rangnick told him early, "Yo, bro, you're gonna need to do open heart surgery on this team."
He did.
And what did he do? What's he brought? He's brought in Anthony. He brought in Weghorst for both half of the season. What's he actually done with these players? He's brought in Mason Mount. What is he doing, bruv?
A lot of them from his own kind of phone book.
He hasn't been backed.
Bruv, we said this we said this last season, bro. Like, can Eric Ten Hag sign out outside of his black book?
Yeah, been backed.
We asked the
Do
question.
you know that Højlund has the same agent as him?
Exactly. He hasn't been
But I
backed.
think they gave him. I think he had them on trial or something.
Oh, God.
They said if you can get me that move to Man United, then I'll sign with you or some nonsense like that. But anyway, we'll move away from that.
Appreciate it.
Disgusting performance. I don't know who I supported after that game, but
Has your predictions for the season changed?
I think we will. Actually, I can't remember where I had us, but I can see us finishing something silly, like maybe like 7th.
Oh shit!
Marley,
If we continue like this.
Marley, where did you put Man United in your
I
predictions for the season?
I can't remember. So.
If I recall, I think you put them first.
Huh?
Yeah, I think you said you're going to win the league.
Subject to
So, yes, thank you very much.
Okay,
there was a disclaimer on that.
What was it subject to?
Amrabat.
You know, it was subject to Greenwood, bruv. Bruv, he's the
Amrabat.
Yes,
Was it Amrabat?
I mean, in his defense.
Someone else.
No, you think, I swear he said it was Greenwood on one of the shows. I swear he said it was
I know
subject.
No, but in the
Amrabat.
group, I know you said Amrabat, but he hasn't played in your defense. So
Played.
yeah,
Yeah, hopefully.
If it was subject to Amrabat, then jeez.
33 games to go, B. Shit, there's still hope.
Yeah,
To
long
be fair,
way to go.
to be fair, like I reckon you guys are on course to finish 5th.
That's a finish.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, moving on to the next game, which was Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Trossard strike gave the Gunners all the points after Martinelli's disallowed goal. I think it's only right to start with the VAR stuff that came about with Martinelli's goal. If I start with you, I put it to both you, De La Strada and to Strives.
What's that?
What do we think about the disallowed goal with Martinelli? It was a bit weird. And my thing was the angle as well was a bit weird. I mean, I know we talked about this last week where Ten Hag was saying the angle was a bit crazy, but I thought that angle was nuts.
Yeah.
Looking at it from the TV because it was so far away from the incident. It's like you telling me you didn't have a better camera angle than that one that they're trying to make this decision of.
Yeah, I won't do ETH and say anything about the camera. I think at the end of the day, it's either black and white. So it is what it is. My only thing at the beginning, I just questioned why it was offside because it came off the
it came off the Everton player, innit?
So yeah, I know. So,
how did it happen? What was
so
talk us
Gabriel
through what
tried to
happened.
pass the ball to the side.
Yeah,
Everton striker blocked it and it deflected through on goal.
yeah, that's
And
offside
Eddie-
then.
Yeah, based on the laws, it's offside.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just at first I was like because it came off their
Yeah,
player, and I've always been of the understanding that if it comes off another player, if it comes off the opposition player, it's not
No,
offside.
they changed it a while
and
back.
then after they've changed it, so it needs to be a deliberate pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So who on earth is going to do a deliberate pass?
like a back pass to the keeper or something.
Yeah,
That's where it will count.
So so based on the letter of the law, it was offside, but I just didn't understand it at that time.
Yeah. What about you, Strives, in terms of you seeing it?
To me, that goal stands, man. And I don't agree with like all these rules. That I was today years old when
Hang on, you said it stands because but the rules say no.
No, because if the ball comes off of the opponent, if it's come off the Everton player, then it's not offside. As simple as that. Like I was today years old when I was today years old when I heard when like literally I just learned that.
No, do you know it's because if you take away the deflection, as soon as it left, who was it? Saliba,
Gabriel.
As soon as it left Gabriel's foot, Nketiah's offside.
Yeah, but didn't Nketiah even interrupt?
But he's still offside though. So if he touches the ball, if he comes and thingies, that's still the same phase of play. So that's why that rule was.
I think the rules. I don't agree with the rule.
I think it's alright, man.
Because
I remember you. I think you said at the time, like when we was dialoguing, that you thought it was the correct decision. Yeah, I thought it was harsh.
I think the lines though. I don't think that. The camera angle doesn't matter though because the lines aren't done based on the camera angle.
I know they say that it's very sophisticated calibration, but
they never show us that,
bro. I used to do. This is going back like probably 15 years ago. I used to do the tracking for the Champions League, which was to do with the calibration. Anyway, I just want to go on record and say I'm not sure about that calibration. It's probably improved a lot now, but I remember when I was doing it back then, it wasn't foolproof. That's all I'm saying. Okay. It wasn't foolproof. So in my mind, I think VAR is VAR, but then sometimes I feel like maybe we do need to look at, I think it was like what FIFA do, where they've actually got like the 3D players. Where you can actually
they do that in the Champions League now though. So I think
I think you might be right.
I think they do that, but I don't think they show you the graphics.
I don't think they do it, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they use that. I think they only use those lines and then obviously on the pitch to sort it out. But moving on from that point, obviously before the game, the talking point was Ramsdale dropped, Raya comes in, and I think it was after the game someone asked Arteta about it, and he said, it's just whether it's almost like whether like I've got a squad, whether it's like whether I play Nketiah or I play Vieira. It's up to me to choose the 11 that I put out on the pitch. But is it not a bit different in terms of like a goalkeeper strives in terms of like who you choose in between your posts? Because normally you're only really changing your keeper if they've had a fundamental error or if you feel like they're like a weak spot in your team, or now you're willing to give Raya a chance.
The game's changing, man. The game's forever evolving. It's we can't go by what was happening in the olden days, man. You got to move with the changing times, and obviously, I mean, Arteta he loves a bit of verbal acrobats. I would have preferred if he laid off with the verbal acrobatics and just continued winning. But you know what, the gaffer knows best. He's proven that with each game that goes on, and if he has a vision whereby he reckons he can change the course of a game by switching the goalkeeper in, then do it. If you've got the quality to do it on your bench, then do it, man. Like, I don't care. Like, I literally, as long as I'm at some sort of trophy parade at the end of the season, I don't care.
Yeah, fair.
I don't give a.
Is it almost like healthy competition because you've got two good goalkeepers willing to fight for that spot?
It comes down to the mentality. I think it is a healthy competition. I don't see Ramsdale giving up. He's just won PFA goalkeeper of the season. What have you not? He's had a great season. What have you not? But he recognises that Raya is a level up from Turner, who his previous deputy was, meaning he's going to have to play and he's going to have to be flawless to maintain and retain his spot. This is the game of football. When Ramsdale came into the club, we wanted to take Leno's place. So Ramsdale knows the game. Yeah. And I mean, if they can do it for you, they'll do it to you. You come into the game knowing that. So you just got to make sure that you stay on top of your game and you give the gaffer no reason to displace you.
And Raya had a good game, right?
It's a good question. But in saying that, the reason why it's a bit difficult is, what did Ramsdale do to get dropped?
No,
it wasn't. So it was tactical.
It was a bit nasty, to be fair. Like, I didn't feel like Ramsdale deserved to be dropped, but Ramsdale could be playing against PSV this Wednesday, so maybe that's why. Like, you know,
I said that in the group as well. Yeah. I think it's which one is a bigger honour. Like, obviously, you got a game against Everton, or you got your opportunity to play the first game in the Champions League.
Yeah, man.
And I think we will be seeing.
There's a lot of games as well, but one thing I would say is nowadays, is it not good to keep a keeper in there for consistency or not really? The games evolving, like Striver's kind of saying.
Like Striver said, he's a manager. He's got his way of doing things. Who are we to question how he does things as long as the result provides fruit? I think we've seen Pep do loads of crazy things. And when it provides the fruit at the end of the day, everybody keeps their mouth shut. And that's exactly what happened yesterday.
We praise him. And Raya's not played competitive football for how long now?
Yeah.
He didn't look out of place, did he?
Nah, he looked good. That's what I was going to say. He had a good game, clean sheet. Can't ask
I
for
did
much
say
more.
that Raya's here. He's not here to hold bench.
Yeah, but
I think Arteta, the reason why he played that is because Arteta also knows that he's probably made some kind of guarantee to Raya to say, like, bro, you're going to get an opportunity to come in and give Ramsdale a run for his money, and it's not going to be based on Ramsdale being injured or Ramsdale poor performances. You're getting a certain amount of games this season.
Yeah, and if he's making good in it and we're winning, it's a clean sheet. So it was a brilliant debut for the guy. Yeah, man, it's bro, man. But it's like I said before, like I said a couple of when we conceded against was it Fulham? If Ramsdale got dropped after that game, I think that's probably when I would have. If he got dropped after that, then that's probably when I would have been like, yo, that's harsh, because Saka was the culprit. But the way it was done, I mean, I still feel like, a little bit harsh, but it can be mitigated against the fact that we're playing on Wednesday and Ramsdale could be the one playing there, man. So yeah, man.
Do you think it's easier to take because he hasn't done anything wrong?
And that as well, because he hasn't done anything wrong, really.
So maybe
unless
easier to take or harder to take?
Easier to take, because if you've done something wrong, that means the likelihood
you can
is that
beat yourself up.
You can beat yourself up, and you might not even come back into the team if Raya's good. But at this point, if you know that as long as you're playing well, you're going to get a certain amount of games as well.
Yeah, I agree. But also there was Vieira came into the fold and Havertz got dropped. So was that about bloody time?
I wouldn't say, well, yeah, but I mean, I feel like to say he got dropped, I feel like that was the wrong terminology, because I'm buying into what Arteta's telling us. We haven't got a first 11 anymore. We've just got a great squad. It can be any one of those guys, and we will turn teams over. That's basically what he's trying to build, and that's basically what he's trying to preach. And I'm with it, and we're seeing it. Somebody asked me today, one of our avid listeners, B-Man, shout you out, asked, did you miss Partey? I said, I didn't, I didn't miss him.
That's a fair point.
You know what I mean? And that's massive to be able to say I didn't miss Partey. These times, I was in discourse with Marley Marr off air, talking about when he was making the case about injured players for Manchester United and comparing it to other teams. I was like, well, everyone's had to contend with injuries. I was talking about Arsenal's injuries. I even forgot about Juri and Timber. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? I'm forgetting about players that are missing because our squad and the depth just...
That's what I'm saying, though. When you got a winning mentality, you got the unity in the team, you got a manager who's tactically good as well, you can reach those heights regardless of who you're putting in your starting 11, right?
I'm saying this victory here, I mean, I loved when we beat Manchester United, just because I don't like Manchester United as a club. I don't like your fans. There's a lot of things I don't like about that team, but this win for me was a much better win for Arsenal, man. It was just a real 1-0 to the Arsenal. I loved it. You know what I mean? And to beat freaking Everton at their ground for the first time in...
Yeah, because I think the last time you did that was Ronald Koeman or something like that. The last time.
It was literally over half a decade, like 5 or 6 years ago. We're just literally just breaking these generational curses that have been tried to be planted. We're breaking them bit by bit, and the next one to break is, oh gosh, that's my bet done. This prick didn't get a shot on target. Yeah, man. Yeah, sorry guys, I was watching football still, but yeah, the next one to break now is this 20-year curse without winning the Prem, man.
Yeah, that's fair. De La Strada, we all saw when Trossard came on, he had that impact that he normally has, got the goal as well. What does this guy need to do to start every game? Or is it just like, because obviously I know Strives is saying we don't really have a first 11, but this guy seems to consistently put in the performances.
I think there's Arsenal have a strong identity of who the starting 11 are. And Trossard isn't in it. And that's just a question for Arteta. I think he's done enough to be starting games. But when he doesn't start and Martinelli starts ahead of him, Martinelli justifies why he starts ahead of him.
Fair.
But yeah, I think it's just one of the things now. Martinelli's, I don't know if he's injured for a long period of time, but
this could be his chance.
Should be given his chance. But yeah, he's done nothing wrong to not be starting. Apart from when he played it in Fulham, I think the game that he did start, he did stink. He did stink, and he came up at half time. But yeah, maybe that's probably why.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't think he wants to make that name of being an impact player, right? He wants to be playing consistently.
No, yeah. As I said, I think he does deserve his chance. But I think Arsenal's squad is good enough now that if he doesn't play, someone else plays ahead of him, you don't really question it too much.
Fair.
Will we ever see Reece Nelson again?
Yeah, he was playing last week.
Okay.
As a sub, yeah, he came on as a sub.
Oh, okay. What about Emil?
That's one we just don't know. Hopefully.
Yeah, Emil Smith Rowe, man, that one's tough, man. That one's hurting, man. I think he's probably going to get some EFL games or something, man. And hopefully, when he does get his opportunity, he's just got to show why he needs to be playing higher level games. But at the moment, somehow he's lost it.
Because the lip service that Arteta gave would suggest that if Raya's getting game time, then so should these guys.
Yeah, but they have to earn it.
Yeah, but Raya didn't earn it.
No, but I think it's a mixture of earning it and tactics. So I think he thought Raya was probably good at collecting the ball.
He's got a bit better aerial presence.
Yeah, so that's why he played.
Okay.
So,
but that makes sense.
So there is no tactics where Smith Rowe's going to start over anyone, and
unless they earn it.
Okay,
that's the thing. Tactically, you're not going to play ESR over Vieira now or Havertz. Maybe he could play ahead of Havertz, but he doesn't need to give any chance.
I think it was good anyway for the way the Gunners, they just basically stuck to it and sort of grinding it out. That's what you kind of need to see. If Schreiber, like you said, he wants to see Arsenal back at the top, this is what you need to do. Those are the kind of games where it might not be pretty, but you get the 3 points, you move on. And then obviously after this game against Everton, Gunners.
Do you think this game wasn't pretty? When you say it might not be pretty, did you say that because of this particular game, because of the 1-0 scoreline, or
Yeah. Because because I'm saying in terms of, I know the way that Everton play is a bit weird. It's a bit they play a bit disjointed, I would say. Yeah. Like there's no, can't really predict.
No, just forget what I was going to say. Forget about the Arsenal blowing away teams. Pause. It's not going to happen. We're too respected now. Like teams are coming up and they're setting up low blocks. They're not giving us any space to play. What we're going to now start seeing is Arsenal we're going to be difficult to beat. You'll notice that Raya never really had that many shots at him.
No, not really.
We're going to become more difficult to beat. We're a bigger team. We're a bit more physical team. And you'll notice that we're just going to be like happy just winning games. Your 1-0s, your 2-0s maybe.
Yeah.
There's only when teams set up and come out to play against us where you're going to see the Arsenal of maybe last season. Like hopefully Spurs are stupid enough to leave themselves as open as they has done when they've been doing their rock and roll football. They've been playing good. I've enjoyed watching it. But I hope they come to the Emirates and do that this weekend coming, because that's probably when you'll see.
Yeah, because I was going to say you guys have PSV next, and then after that it's the North London derby.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Spurs are smart. They'll do what everyone else has been doing and try and keep it tight. If they try to play, we're smoking them.
Everton are third from bottom.
Yeah, they're not doing great.
No, the way they were talking, I thought you might have played Palace or something. The way he was.
I mean, we played you last week and you got the same smoke, bro. You got the same smokes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Has there been smack talk?
Huh?
There's been none, but you know what it is with Marley Marl.
Yeah.
Marley Marl, he can't stand.
What is going on here?
He can't stand the confidence and assurance. Is he the assurance?
I don't know what's happening here. I'm just perplexed that Everton are third from bottom with 1 point from 5 games. I thought they might have been higher, innit?
He has got a point.
No, but what point? What point has he got?
No, but what's been said as if...
Hey.
Arsenal played sick, or I really want to...
Arsenal played well, man. Arsenal played well.
No, so have you talked about Arsenal's performance?
Bro, I've just talked about Arsenal's performance and what I expect from the team.
I think, from my perspective, regardless of where Everton in the league, they always seem to be. They were always like a bogey.
They are a bogey team. Yeah.
So
you played your bogey team, and you saw what happened to you.
Yeah,
Boogadoo.
I think Man United have got a lot of bogey teams at the moment, but yeah. No, you guys did well. Obviously, you got PSV next. That'll be a different kind of challenge.
Question before we move on to PSG.
PSV.
Yeah, PSV. Just wanted to mention, because I said it last week, when I watch football, or maybe Arsenal, when Neville commentates, I need to pull it on mute, because his commentating is faultless and very provocative. So Arsenal scored that goal, and he made a big deal about Arsenal not wasting time. He said Arsenal took so long to take the corner. 26 seconds. And he was saying he made a big deal out of it. Opta stat said the average time to take a corner last season was 33.2 seconds.
No, it's different though.
What's different?
What's different?
Remember the rules on stamping out time wasting this
okay,
season.
but Arsenal, it's
So you have to do the average for corners this season.
okay, no, but my point still stands whereby rather than talk about how creative Arsenal's corners have been, because Arsenal had 11 corners, 9 of the corners were short. And essentially they didn't throw the corners into the box or because that's just like drinking milk for Everton. So you play short corners. You got to make it creative. So each time they took short corners, they overloaded 2 versus 2. So rather than say that as a commentator who's watching the game, you said no, they took so long to collect the corner.
He didn't mention that, but 2 things can be true though. I think you guys did take exceptionally long on your
He
corners.
did not take
I just told you-
exceptionally long. The guy
told you
just
the
gave you the
average.
stats, so you're not listening to him.
You said
bro.
last
Yeah,
season.
Yeah, but
So it's
on
not
average,
exceptionally long.
What's going on? You
What do
said
you mean?
last season.
Why are you holding
different.
your head? How is it different? If it's on average 33 seconds last season, then it cannot be
To take
exceptionally
a
long.
corner, that's an average, bro.
On average,
Last season.
Yeah, no, so-
and we know that there's a new rule in
No,
this
okay.
season. So that's what I'm saying. That's why there's 8 minutes on the end of games, bro.
Okay.
What do you mean? Why am I
No,
holding
so
my head? It's
what I'm
crazy.
saying, if the
Yeah.
average...
Last season, you can't
No,
talk about
okay,
the average
let
last
me finish.
season.
Let me finish. If the average to do something is 33 seconds and we do it in 26 seconds, so you're doing it less time than the average. So therefore, you're not wasting time. You're doing it less time than the average.
But
if the average speed limit is 30
I agree with
and you go 20, you're
I
doing
agree
below
with you.
speed
I
limit.
agree with you.
As
But you're
someone that-
missing out a glaring, obvious thing that we're talking about 2 different seasons, but there's 2 different rules.
Again,
So we have to look at the average.
do you know the
last
average this season?
No.
Yeah, so
So
first
that's
off-
what I'm saying.
first off-
So
first
why are
off,
we comparing it again?
As a connoisseur for the English dictionary, that's
Yeah, yeah.
yourself. You
I-
used the wrong word.
Go ahead.
Exceptionally long when a man has just quoted a time that is below last season's average.
What's the time for set pieces is 10 seconds, otherwise they add on more time.
What do you mean 10 seconds?
10 seconds. When the goalkeeper has the ball in the area, it's 10 seconds. It's 10
He's talking
seconds.
about, he's talking about a corner, mate.
Yeah, it's the same for the corners.
He's talking about
It's the same
corner,
for
mate.
set pieces.
Hey, mate,
Bro.
mate.
That's what it's supposed
Yeah,
to
I
be.
don't,
bro.
I don't know if it's 10 seconds, but it's quicker than it was previously. That's why Tommy Asso got that red card, isn't it?
But no, but come on, so that's what I'm saying. Even if I'm wrong about the 10 seconds, my thing is that you can't use last season as a benchmark when it's a new season and there's a new
I
rule.
want to check. Okay,
That's
No,
what-
I think
all I'm saying.
I think what Della Strada's trying to make is that Neville was focusing
On the wrong thing.
on the wrong thing.
And I said,
Rather
and
than-
I agreed, but I said
yeah.
2 things can
Yeah.
be true. That's what I'm saying, isn't it?
You know what? Neville actually has predicted Arsenal to win the league, yeah, but because
he's a troll. He's just saying this to put pressure on us.
exactly,
That's what he's doing.
he's like Marley.
I love
Marl.
it. I love
He
it,
hates
though.
He
Arsenal.
does, he does.
He actually
Yeah,
hates
but
Arsenal.
is there anything wrong with that?
No, you know what it is? I like my enemies in
like
front
my
of me.
racist
Yeah,
racists.
exactly.
Yeah,
I like my
yeah,
racists to be racist. I like my pricks to be pricks.
I don't hate Arsenal, by the way. I just hate the fans. There's a distinction, a clear distinction.
All right, before we move on from that, so PSV and Spurs next, lads. Easy work.
Are we doing Champions League now? Because we missed out United Champions League.
Nah, we said we're not mentioning that.
Oh, no,
'cause,
no, he needs to be fired from hosting. Oh my god, I can't believe he tried to miss out Bayern Munich.
No, I was going to bring it back up. Don't worry. I was going to bring it back
Let
up.
the host, bro.
I was going to bring it back up, but I just wanted to, because I know your games hold more weight at the moment, man. Let's take the focus away from United.
Oh my days, no, that's funny. Yeah, PSV. To be fair, I'm expecting. This is the first time in Champions League for a while, so I'm quite excited about it. To be fair, and I'm
Was it
expecting a
Tuesday
win.
or Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the. It's crazy though. I'm gonna watch the first half. That's all I think we should need to take care of PSV. But then,
And did they beat Arsenal last season?
yeah, no, but we beat them as well. I think. Yeah, we beat them. Yeah, we
we
beat
2-1, I think it was.
Yeah, and then I think they did. Yeah, but
The thing is, ideally, you'd probably want to get a few goals on the sheet early doors and then maybe rotate a bit.
yeah,
Keep
you and I
players
have
fresh
got
for
a bet
Spurs.
about this, innit? We got a bet who's gonna go further in Champions League.
Yeah, I don't know why I took it, but it just keeps me interested. I think I said at the time,
You bet with your balls.
where
brain.
might not have any
Not your
left.
And let's see how that works out
Yeah.
for him. Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
let's see how that works out for him.
But then, and then you got Spurs after that. Is that going to be a bit harder or
Who's at home?
Arsenal.
Arsenal?
You lot
be a good game.
embarrassed.
No, but
them at home
it's
last
always
time.
it's always a good game though, irrespective whether it's home or away. But last season, home and away, we dispatched them pretty
Yeah.
well. I'm actually a bit more wary of Tottenham this season. I'll be honest. I'm a little bit more wary of Tottenham this season. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think the neutral's gonna be in for a treat. I think Arsenal always concede. Obviously, we didn't Goodison Park, but we tend to always concede, I would say.
Yeah.
Tottenham always concede. I think both have got good quality in front of goal, but I just think I personally think we've got a better squad. I think we've got more quality. I think we've got a better gaffer. I think we've got a better team. I think we're at a better level. So I think it's going to be a good game, but I think it's one that I expect us to win.
Yeah, you said Spurs the same level of Brentford, didn't it? So technically that should be a...
Yeah, but Brentford have also had results against Arsenal in the past as well. It's not like we're playing Manchester United. Yeah. It's not a foregone conclusion.
And before I move on to the next game, then Marley Mar. So United have got Bayern Munich and then Burnley.
He forgot it.
Yeah,
he forgot. No, nothing.
What, are we playing Bayern Munich?
No, I didn't forget, man. I on purposely left it out.
I can see your face has gone red.
Yes, it's going to be a tough game. Bayern don't look that great at the minute, though. They drew at the weekend to Leverkusen.
But Leverkusen aren't they top of the league?
They are. Yeah.
This guy is mad, you know. You see Marley Mar, all day, he's had a madness all day, man. Karma has been asking someone to come and collect him. Why did you even turn up?
I don't know what's happening here, but
trust me, they just ignored him, man.
They're not looking great. To be honest, they're not looking great. Sané looks good, but other than that,
Kane's looking all right. He's scoring. He's doing what he does.
He probably score
against
against
defenders
us.
back for Bayern Munich. You need your defenders back. You can't be saying that.
When's your game? Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah, and then Burnley after that. But again, we need to be raking in those points, man.
Yeah, away from home as well. We might lose that.
It's going to be a long season. But moving on, next game is the Liverpool game.
Start with their Champions League game.
Come on, man. You know when you're going to lose this Bayern Munich. wrong time, bro. Wrong time.
It was Wolves 1, Liverpool 3. Salah comes up with 2 assists as the Reds fight back to win at the Molineux Stadium.
3 assists.
Was it 3 in the end?
I think it got ruled out.
Yeah.
No, but doesn't he still get the assist, bro?
I think it got ruled out.
Yeah.
I was pissed about that.
Yeah. So
He didn't get the last touch.
Joey, if I put it to you, after obviously going down, what did you expect from your team? Because I know before, sometimes not that you don't have faith in Klopp, but for me, I saw he was making a few tactical changes throughout that game for me to look at it and go, okay, I think we need to give him a little bit more credit in that game, the way he changed things around in terms of the formations.
No, so I think the last time we had that conversation, you said the same thing. I think it's the same thing now. I think he picked the team wrong.
So he's basically going into it wrong.
Yeah.
And then tinkering with the right, what you say, the players he's bringing on are the players you'd go with first. Is that kind of...
To a certain extent, I think, again, when I say he picked the team wrong, I think if you're going to play McAllister, I don't think McAllister should be in the 6. Because every time
in that way he's been playing all season.
That's not his position, bro. He's playing there because...
Because you don't have a 6 at the moment.
We don't have a 6 and Endo's a bit new. So the thing is that he starts McAllister 6 and then at the end of the game, McAllister will push a bit forward and Zobo will start playing number 6 and then he'll start pinging and having a great game. It's happened in three games in a row now where he got a red card, where Virgil got sent off. Zobo always ends up going number 6 and having the game of his life. So that was the first reason why I think he got it wrong tactically. And then I think the other thing was McAllister shouldn't be starting. He's come back probably 4 a.m. the night before and is playing a game in Bolivia where they've got to play with oxygen tanks.
Yeah, I saw that.
So obviously it's excuses because I think Enzo played the same thingy, but obviously he's had a day extra or whatever. But I still think he shouldn't have started McAllister if that's the case. Maybe McAllister said I'm good and it turns out he wasn't good. It happens. But I think he's had to make these changes. And I was surprised he will make those changes, to be fair. I think that's the one thing I like about Klopp is that when it's time to make the changes this season, he's rapid. Tactically, he's getting it right, man. So I think, that's the thing I hold in high regard right now.
And I'd say I like the way that Liverpool can always kind of bring it back. That even me, when I'm seeing 1-0, if I'm United, sometimes I've struggled to see how we're coming back into a game. But again, with the personnel that you have on the pitch, a good example is obviously Robertson pitches in to like score that goal as well.
Yeah.
Like you've not only got your focal people out front like Gakpo and people like that that can sort of open up the areas, but you got clever players like Robertson that can run into their spaces, make things happen when teams are not expecting them to be a threat, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hate to sound like a pessimist, but I wouldn't even count Robertson as one of those guys because I think this is his second goal for the club. And he hasn't scored a goal in 77 games. So that was just kind of a freak of nature, freak happening for me. But what I will say, I think I expected us to get something out of this game. With Wolves, last season we struggled against them. We beat them in the FA Cup, but we struggled against them. So I wasn't too sure. Going into the game, I thought we should win this game. When we conceded, I thought, okay, maybe it's going to be one of those games. Because in the first half, we didn't have anything. McAllister was blowing. Joe Gomez was getting ripped all the time. All the attackers were running towards the ball. Nobody was making balls or getting in behind or making runs off the ball, innit? So even Salah was doing that, and Gakpo's not a forward, but he's a link-up guy, so he's always going to come towards the ball. And I think Jota playing out wide, he was kind of playing like he was a striker rather than playing like a wide man. So we struggled with that. Also, Curtis Jones was struggling to get into the game, so it was a bit problematic. So we could see that the changes were needed. Also, we weren't able to press, and Wolves were just hammering us. To be fair, they blew their load in the first half.
Yeah, because Neto had an unbelievable first half, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. He had Joe Gomez on toast, man. Nutmeg, dribble past Joel Matip like he wasn't there, putting balls into the box all game, man. So we didn't have any answers. And I think my issue with our defence is that nobody took initiative in how to deal with him.
Yeah.
That's the one worry I have. It wasn't until Klopp has given them the team talk that we've decided that this is how we're gonna handle him.
But who in that defence would you have expected to? As
the most senior, it has to be Matip. Matip has to grab everybody. Like McAllister's not a number 6. Joe Gomez is the one who's getting abused. So the senior person has to see this abuse happening and figure out a way to circumvent this. Also, I'd expect something from maybe Alisson, which he probably was doing. I can't say it wasn't, but Matip has to take ownership. And when I saw Neto cut in, go past Joe Gomez and then just dribble straight past him and get that ball into the box, I knew it was going to be a bit of a long thing. We're going to have to see if we can weather this storm. And it should have been 2-0 with that ball that Neto put but I don't know what the fuck Cunha was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
His decision making is so poor.
It's crazy, bro, man, because he
like
can run all day long.
Judge the ball properly or something.
He can run all day long with the ball and dribble past loads of people, but when it comes to the final thirds, bro, nothing. So I think once Jarell Quansah realised that this guy's got nothing, he kind of like got more comfortable and started to grow into the game.
And it's interesting if we compare this time last season where I don't think you won a game for the first, in the first five or six.
Yeah.
So it's a much better start, right?
Yeah.
Start in the right direction.
Again, I can't, I've kind of like blocked out last season, but I can't even tell you where we went wrong last season, to be completely honest, because like the team is not that much dissimilar.
That was the middle, I think. It must have been the middle. Like I think you guys were.
We didn't have any legs, but like, but that's not an excuse though, man. Because like,
but it's, now that you've addressed it, you look like the Liverpool of old.
But we've replaced Henderson with a better player. We haven't necessarily done that with Fabinho. The jury's still out, but I think even if we had somebody who wasn't as good as Szoboszlai, I would still expect better performances. The team we had, like, not having legs is not an excuse for me.
No, but if you look at how you guys have sorted your team out, you got Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Enzo, who got McAllister. Oh, you've
they've had a good transfer window.
You've renovated you've done exactly what you needed to do.
Yeah, no, but at the same time, we haven't seen Endo yet. Gravenberch got 4 minutes in that game.
Yeah,
McAllister, for me, he hasn't established himself in the side.
He hasn't hit the same heights as he
game, really. He lost the ball 7 times in that game.
Yeah,
like 6 misplaced passes and then 1 hospital pass that led to an attacking opportunity. Yeah. So and I think obviously he's got the excuse of playing in 1,000 feet above sea level, but even in the games previously, his passing hasn't been sharp, and I expect a lot better from him. So I'm still not at the point where I think I'm optimistic because we're not firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah.
And I think if we can get to that point very soon, I think we'll be a dangerous team.
But you're still getting those results. That's the difference
Exactly.
compared to last year.
Well,
where-
last year we didn't get the results and we never fired on
Exactly.
any cylinders.
This is my point. It's a step in the right direction because you're performing better than you did last year. So I think Liverpool are kind of been like almost like silent assassins, you know, where you're just like ticking along, just like letting other people do their business. And
I think it's because there's 2 other clubs that are getting along with their business. Sorry, 3 other clubs getting along with their business, like in a professional manner. Like you got Tottenham, Man City, Arsenal, Man United. They're all doing their job in it. So
Man United.
Man City shit.
I didn't know if anyone was listening. Just checking if anyone's listening.
Depends what the job is.
But people are doing their job professionally. So as much as I want to get excited and like scream our praises, that just seems to be the going rate at the top of the table.
Fair enough. And then I think you play on Thursdays against Lynx ASK.
No, we got to talk about the second half. I know what you say. So hang on, these guys do want to talk about Brighton, yeah, but they want to talk about Lynx ASK.
No, you can talk about the second half.
Yeah, no, obviously made the changes, isn't it? Brought on
It was changes and it was
intensity,
and it was the formation. Because I think he changed it and then he changed it back.
No, so he didn't actually change the formation. I think what he did, he just made Matip, he just doubled up on Neto.
Oh, okay.
And then they also, because Szoboszlai was playing number 6 and we had the centre mids playing higher up, we were able to cut out the pass to Neto. And if the pass did get there, then it was sorted. So we just pushed up and then we just controlled the rest of the game. And obviously before Gakpo got substituted, but got the goal just before, and then the floodgates open, man. And obviously, like seeing Elliot come on, Elliot's been a good impact player.
Yeah, it has been.
The one player I want to shout out though is Curtis Jones, man, because he started a bit rusty, but he just played the game unnoticed and just did the basics well, man. And yeah, it was a great performance, man. Shout out to Jarrell Kwanzaa as well, man. 20-year-old, another solid performance, man. It's good, man.
And again, another solid performance from Szoboszlai.
Always, bro, man. Yes, it's starting to be an expectation, man.
Yeah, I think he's going to be one of those. I think I don't know what it is with him, but I think he's one of those players, you know, like when you like, this guy's not going to give me anything less than a 7 out of 10 or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think there's one clip of when he's taking a penalty against PSG in the Champions League. And then Neymar tries to like psych him out. It's like, well, what are you going to do? And he's like, bro, I never miss. That guy's never misses penalties as well, man. So there's a cold nature to him as well, man.
Yeah, so you dismantled Wolves in the second half, got the 3 points. Like I said, your next outing's on the Thursday. Linz ASK. I can't lie, I don't know too much about them, but I'm sure Liverpool will do their thing.
Yeah, I think one of the McAllister brothers plays for them.
Yeah,
so
that's right. Yeah,
that's the only thing there. But I think it's a good opportunity to see Endo, hopefully see Gravenberch and Tsimikas. So just get the second team players. I think Kelleher is going to play instead of Alisson as well, man.
Yeah,
so,
you guys can ring the changes and I think you'll still be fine.
But obviously you're looking at Man City, who they've been doing it all the time. They've been rotating these teams and getting results.
Yeah, that's true.
Arsenal now doing that. So this is an important game for Liverpool to see how like these guys come off the bench and can they hit the ground running. Out of that top 4, the current top 4, my worry is about Tottenham. I don't know if they lose players. How did they perform if Maddison ain't on the pitch or something like that?
Point.
So hopefully we've got depth because we have signed some good players, man.
And then after that game, you got West Ham. That'll be
West Ham's always a bit of a bogey, man.
We
dealt
game.
with them last season, but seeing how Man City beat them 3-1, they've put the gauntlet down. Like we've seen West Ham whoop Chelsea, and now it's Liverpool's time to kind of show, we can keep pace with Man City. So yeah, it's an interesting game. I'm not too sure about what the result would be because it can go either way.
Yeah, and that leads us on nicely to the next game, which was West Ham 1, Man City 3. It was Guardiola's return into the dugout to see an impressive win as Haaland scored his 7th goal of the season. If I could just put it out to the whole group, West Ham started well with their goal. James Ward-Prowse has probably been one of their star players or star buys from the summer. But again, the way Man City can just come back into the game and.
They didn't even look all that if you ask me at first, man. They looked like they were struggling with the low block the same way everyone else does. I think with Man City, they've just got that.
But they always find an art. This is my thing. They've always seemed to find something.
You know who it is that I was impressed by in that game? Was that Jeremy Doku, dude?
Yeah, very impressed.
It's like a lot has been said about how Man City have, as much as they're like the footballing geniuses or Pep is the football wizard, it's like they also became anti-football, turning wingers into freaking I don't know what to call them, like turning wingers into centre mids that play on a wing or something like that. they strayed away from the model winger, so to speak, and then they brought in Jeremy Doku, who's just crazy direct, like. His display was dope, bro.
Really
he literally
good.
He was putting it on the plate for a couple of man. He should have had a couple of assists before he got his goal.
Yeah,
he was looking like he's gonna be a bit of an issue. Like,
he will be.
Yeah, and then like that was his debut.
I just got a flash forward to him playing against Trent. It's like I nearly fainted.
Wow, yeah, man. It's just like City just find a way to just keep inventing themselves. Like I was quite happy, like when they were losing all their players and stuff like that. I was thinking, like they've closed the gap, and then obviously they lost at the Community Shield and they went back into the market. It looks like, and yeah, man, they just Foden's looking like he was unlucky to not have better statistics to complement his performance. I think he did all right, to be honest. I think he was pretty like it was pretty slick in that game, to be honest. And Haaland, literally, like the guy was struggling against someone on this pod was likening him to Lukaku, like, and I remember thinking to myself,
that's rude.
I thought it was rude as well. But
that sounds like a
I said that.
But you know what though, like I was watching him there and I was thinking, this is exactly what Lukaku would look like against a low block, bro. Like he was just there, and then all of a sudden he pops up with his goal.
Yeah,
like,
he still gets his goal though.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He did have loads of chances though.
He probably should have had a hat trick.
Yeah, and but again, like when someone likened him to Lukaku, it just gave you those kind of vibes.
What are you saying, that they were wrong to do that, or
no? I'm saying I think for the first time I was thinking, okay,
because again, he's like, you don't want him involved in link up. You just want him to be on the end of the chances, innit? So in that sense, sometimes when his concentration's off his first touch ain't the greatest. But
yeah, man. So funny enough, it's crazy. City have started this season quite unlike the last one or maybe the last couple, where they don't necessarily, where they might drop a couple of points, get a draw or something. I think they've got a 100% win record. But I actually think that that's good, because they're doing something that we're not necessarily used to. They're just starting straight off the bat quite strong.
It's because Foden's playing.
Maybe, but I think it's not going. They're not going to be able to sustain it, man. So let them use up all the juice.
And Alvarez as well.
I know they're not going to be able to, because they got to come. They got to see us, baby.
Yeah, I think we need to keep a bit.
they got to see Liverpool and United as well. United, you guys take points with them as well, man. Like, come on, man.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
Come on, man.
This
Guys,
season
cheer
might
up,
be
man.
a bit nuts.
Cheer up, guys, man.
Pep is already laughing at us in
yeah, in those press conferences.
That was rude. That was very rude of him.
What did he do? I didn't see it.
No, he laughed about that. So I can't remember, the reporter was just asking him about his rivals, Arsenal and Liverpool, and then I think the reporter just threw Manchester United in there for bants, and
he laughed.
He chuckled.
He
did chuckle.
He chuckled, man.
It's definitely chuckle worthy.
It's crazy, man.
So again, are we just saying Man City? Yeah, is it just business as usual? No change.
Crazy. No change for that.
Oh man, sucks to be a United fan at the moment, man. It does.
Don't worry, we'll get ours, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
No, bro.
It's early on.
We'll get ours.
It's over, bro.
It's over, baby. It's all over, Jackie. Don't cry, don't beg.
Don't cry, don't beg. There's always a banter club. There's always. It's your turn now, man. But Arsenal had their time. I think it was 20 last year. Right now, you guys are dominant. You guys have released more club statements than you've had wins.
Yeah, we are we are moving crazy at the moment, crazy. But let's leave United, man. We're not here for United today. But yeah, so
That's where you're wrong. That's the only reason why I'm here, bro.
Man City have Red Star Belgrade next. So what do we think? Just easy.
Yeah, routine.
Yeah, I think they got their group's easy again, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then once
they
they
always get an easy group, man.
yeah, and once they come back, it's Nottingham Forest. Who knows?
It's a bogey. That's a bogey team, man.
That's what I'm saying. Nottingham Forest, man. Look, I hope that they actually stay up because even like these first few games, they I really like the way that they play their football, man.
They've definitely taken more points off the top 6 than we would have supposed, man. So long may it continue, except for Liverpool.
Yeah, definitely. Before we just move on to back pages, what did we think of Chelsea drawing?
Chelsea stink. That's what I've got in my notes. I said it. The game against West Ham, they stunk, in my opinion. I think you lot thought they played all right, man. But they're just toothless, man.
I think the only game that they've played decent was against you boys.
Nah.
Yeah, that's it.
And Luton, I guess.
Yeah, but that's expected.
Yeah. And they raised the levels for Liverpool, man. But yeah, they stink, man.
Yeah, but since pre-season, they gave me like false hopes. Liverpool done well. Since then, yeah, I'm taking Sterling and thingy out my team.
In it, you trust me.
After Luton.
What we saying about Mudryk?
Listen.
Talk your shit, bro.
This Chelsea lot, are getting away with murder, and
I think because no one cares.
I think that too.
People should care,
too.
bruv. Like
That's
they've spent $1 billion. It's not on.
Yeah,
It's not on.
But how many Chelsea fans? It's like Man City. How many Chelsea fans do you know that you could be? If it's Arsenal,
There's actually
you're
a few
under.
knocking about you.
They are.
Chelsea fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a few.
You know what it is? They don't take accountability.
they don't.
Yeah, they don't associate themselves with it. Which is annoying. And then when you like go at them, they're just like, hey man. I'm just trying to pay my bills.
But yeah, no, they're getting away with murder right now. Mudryk as well, 80 million, 85 million, whatever it cost.
60.
So people say
60 plus add-ons.
with loyalty add-ons or some special bonus payments or some shit. They're getting away with murder. Mudryk is trash. Like he's Dan James.
Bruv, it's scary.
But worse version.
Yeah, it's scary that Arsenal went in for him, and I'm thinking, what did Arteta see? Because I can't see it.
You dodge a bullet. Man.
But that being said, I think Arteta could probably get a tune out of him.
Maybe. But bruv, from what
But I don't know what the
seen,
tune will be.
bro.
So if you were to
Teenage dirtbag.
I'm trying to work out when Arteta became this Pied Piper. He's the guy to get a tune out of Havertz, the guy to get a tune out of everyone.
That's not. I would say that's not sure.
You said
about
you got a
Havertz.
than out of him.
No, he's meant to be the guy to get a tune out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's better.
Hold on, calm down.
Nah, because they nearly paused that.
No, I'm just saying calm down because Havertz hasn't had a crazy madness yet. Yeah,
No,
I mean,
he hasn't.
as Arsenal fans, we might want more because obviously we're upper echelon club, but no one else can talk on Havertz.
Who did Arteta get instead of
Maybe Liverpool.
Trossard, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, much better.
Level up, boy.
Bro, yeah. At the time, man. Yeah.
We were lucky in that window because I think Jorginho was a great signing, Trossard was a great signing, and these were two guys that we weren't.
Trossard was more than a great signing.
Was
bro.
Jorginho
I think
alternative?
Yeah.
I think Caicedo.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think they were really good signings, man.
Is it Ugo Chukwu? Did I say it right? I
Yeah,
think
Leslie Ugo Chukwu.
Yeah, he's was a 37.
Again, it felt like you butchered it, but you
Yeah.
might know it.
Ugo Chukwu.
You might know it still.
Nah, he didn't nail it, but it was
Yeah, I was trying to
palatable.
Yeah, Ugo Chukwu.
Who's that?
You know when you say it too quickly.
the young one for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They've got loads of injuries.
Yeah, but he was the 37th different player to start for Chelsea.
In 2023. Wow.
Yeah. I
And
just
also
don't
in
know what to do.
2023, I've heard that they've only had 6 wins.
Yeah, 6
Yeah, it's crazy.
Listen,
So that's mad.
I talk.
So
But you need to understand,
Should
we're
Graham Potter still
in the
be there,
middle
though?
of September.
That's what I'm saying. It's disgusting, and
Yeah.
shit getting away with it.
should Graham Potter still be there technically then? Because it just seems like it's a club curse rather than the manager
But I
curse.
think we said it before. How long has Poch got?
Yeah, it will be given time, man. It's
No
Yeah.
questions are being answered right now.
no, because I think people.
think that's fair?
People may say, okay, you
I think
spent
it's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. What?
That no one's asking questions
Yeah,
of
I
him
think 'cause-
because I don't think the problem's him.
It's not
No,
him. You
yeah.
spent all you spent, but your players are not on the pitch, and they're injured. So it's like, what can you do?
Not even that, bro. Like you spent on a whole bunch of players, and what the fuck are you
And
supposed
you,
to
and you still need time as well. To
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I actually like that Poch tried to protect Mudryk. Like I like the statement that he made kind of him. Like he could have done He could have done like what Ten Hag down and just threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
No, what did he say? No, it's different. It's different.
He just said, "Look, man, the young boy is going to need some time. You know, just you put your arm around him."
But in fairness,
He done that to Sancho.
You know what though? I
10
think
cent Sancho to Netherlands.
I
bruv.
think to be fair, I think that was bullshit. You know
that?
Because. Like,
I've seen the pictures of Sancho.
No, I'm not saying he
yoga,
didn't.
bruv.
I'm saying I think him sending there is like when you're at work, they've got to do the 3 strikes to show that I've tried before they sack you.
You said this last.
Yeah.
So he's saying he's putting in pit plans.
Yeah, bro, man. He's doing performance reviews, but really and truly,
It doesn't seem genuine, does it?
I think as soon as he got there, he identified him as somebody he doesn't want to be around him.
Poch seems like he wants to get these guys playing. I think Poch will get
But
Chelsea
Poch has
playing
to
eventually.
do that, bro, because otherwise he's out. He spent £1 billion or whatever.
He hasn't.
He hasn't. I don't think he signed off every single signing.
Bro,
Bro, but you're still manager of a club that signed all these players, bro.
He's part of that £1 billion, bro. So,
He's been selling must be bucks. Oh yeah, be interesting because I think in that game, I want to move on from it, but Jackson had some howler in that game. I think he went to shoot and it was
is this the new Drogba, yeah?
The new Drogba.
that guy tricked us, bro.
I've got faith in him.
He tricked the people who put them in his fantasy team.
You said preseason, bro, man. Come on, what are we saying about preseason now, bro, man?
But you know what?
Because you lot didn't have the greatest preseason. You hit the ground running.
We didn't have the greatest.
United had a decent
We didn't have a
preseason.
bad
Yeah.
one either, though.
They look like doo-doo.
Yeah, it's true.
I still think preseason counts.
It does.
Because you know what? Funny enough, talking about United and preseason, United had a lot of games in preseason. I think they were even the first team that I started watching in preseason. And could you equate that to the injuries you're facing?
Maybe.
No chance.
We
Why
could
not?
do. We've
No
done
chance.
a lot of travelling.
Yeah, a lot of travelling.
And played a lot of games.
Because
Man City played.
Because then maybe you would say that preseason does impact your.
No, okay, it can impact in terms of.
But why would you say no to that though? Why can't that be a factor? Because
it's Man United.
a lot, maybe.
Yeah, because you lot have been shit for a hot minute. Like I said, you haven't got no style of play.
No, but I'm talking about the injuries.
We had a
though.
good season.
No, but I'm saying even if they were, bro, who? Mano and Diallo, who's never even played.
Yeah, but
for
them guys are
Come
just
on, man.
guys are dropping all the time. Like
Mano's played one game for you lot.
Big loss.
yeah, but
come on,
AWB just dropped the other day.
I'm sorry, but
I'm not talking about drop from preseason. I'm just talking about the accumulative effect.
AWB defensively, yeah, but it doesn't contribute to their style of play. So they don't have a style of play, bro. So it's like what them losing those players, what did they lose, bro? They don't lose any identity on the pitch. They're still a counter-attacking team. They can still do the same tactics, bro.
Yeah, okay, but
We'll revisit this.
My point.
I don't want to stick on you.
Yeah, my point was just that I feel like preseason does play a part, and I just wanted to use that anecdotal example.
Yeah, you
of
never
how
know.
it might do.
It was a lot of games and it was a lot of travelling. You don't know. You can take it out of the players. But yeah, just to wrap up all the games, obviously Newcastle won 1-0 and then also Spurs won.
Just quickly on Newcastle, I'm not convinced, man.
No?
I watched the game, man. I think also they're not a good watch.
Brentford are getting on my nerves a bit.
Brentford as well. They
looking a bit
look
toothless.
dead in that game,
Yeah,
man. But Wissa had loads of chances, man. Yes. But with Newcastle, again, I think also I can't really see a style of play specific other than intense pressing.
Yeah. I think they have got a style. It's not the greatest to watch, but they know who they are essentially. I think in time, maybe when he gets a bit more flair players, then they may be different because
Maybe it's not too dissimilar from Atletico Madrid, I guess.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they know who they are, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like you're not going to come around and walk all over us.
Yeah,
And they got AC Milan on Tuesday, 5:45.
that'd be interesting.
Is it so early?
Remember they do some of the games are early kickoffs in Champions League in Europe.
And then
I thought
Spurs.
I was only in Europa.
No, both.
Seems a bit-
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was early either. To be
Damn,
honest.
man. Do I have to show you guys the ropes to Champions
Yeah.
League?
Bro, you know when things change?
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything you want to know about Europa? I'm your guy.
Is there you hand over for the new person in the room?
And obviously Spurs won as well, so they're just continuing doing their thing.
I'm worried about Spurs, man.
Is it because that they've not really got any pressure on them? Do you know what I mean? Like the focal is not on them, so Spurs just like
100%.
Yeah,
and I think I think he's a cheap salary as well, bro. Postecoglou.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's on like 20k a week.
Wow, you're taking the piss.
No, he's 100%.
Seriously?
Yeah.
20k a week.
Something like that still.
Flipping hell.
Yeah, it's probably on that when he was getting at Celtic.
Oh wow.
body's still more than what he was getting at
Yeah,
Celtic.
yeah, of course, man.
True.
And
Actually,
obviously, he's
why
an
did
experiment, innit?
why am I not surprised? Is David Levi, whatever it is. You know what I mean? He's so shrewd, bruv. Like,
Why is he shrewd?
well, if you're saying 20 grand a week, bruv, he's probably like, come on, man.
No, but if you were to say there's a reason why he's shrewd, what would that be?
because he likes paying the less amount of
Yeah, but
money
why
as
though?
possible. What do you mean why? Oh, let me not delve into it, man. You're
a
trying to
good
get my racist heart out or something.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just asking you. a
Nah,
question,
you
bro.
know what I'm talking about.
I didn't even hear, but I knew he was trying to back you in the corner somehow.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
I don't know, because the way he started laughing, it makes me know that he was trying to make you say something crazy.
Yeah, I know. He was trying.
Why is this guy trying to get us cancelled?
I don't know, bro.
Can you prove to listeners that I was laughing? Exactly. Love it.
Yeah, so that's all the games wrapped up. Moving on to the back pages. That can be any player, club, manager that stood out for you guys. I'll start with De La Strada.
Yeah, I'm going to give mine to, can't remember his first name, but Diaby for Villa. I heard
Musa?
yeah, it's
Musa
Musa.
Diaby.
Yeah, I heard his name a lot in Germany, but I just thought it was just like I thought he was like a Modric, just a speed demon.
Same.
But he can actually play.
He's sick.
Yeah, he can actually play, so I'll give my back pages to him.
Fair. Strava.
Yeah, I'm going to give mine to Jeremy Doku. I think it was a great debut. Looks like he's going to be a handful for a lot of teams, and I'm excited to see what Pep does with him.
Mm-hmm. Joey.
Yeah, mine's actually Arteta for the decision to play Raya over Ramsdale. I think he knows in his head that he wants Raya to be the number one keeper, and I think he's just doing it tactically. He's doing verbal acrobatics to give a reason for, but there is no reason other than the fact that he just wants to play Raya over Ramsdale. And it's cutthroat, but that's how you have to be, I guess, at the top.
Cool. Molima.
Because of obviously Man United and a disappointment, I went to a different league. So I'm going to go to João Felix for Barcelona. Settled in really well there. Had a really good game. Yeah.
Wasn't he crying at the unveiling or something like that when they signed him?
Bro, he's been in prison enough.
Yeah, no, he looks good.
I know that was child abuse, you know.
Yeah.
Because I swear he was only like 17, 18 when he got there. Bro.
It's true.
Yeah, and my one's Doku as well. I just thought he had a sick game. It was just good to see a winger. I think even Pep said it. You know, like he's told them, like, if you want to try, do your thing on a pitch.
Real winger.
You know, like, and he just tried and it pulled off. So, yeah, man, there's only hope for Anthony at the moment when he comes back, man. Hopefully he can.
Anthony. Let it go.
Boy can dream about
Oh, boy. And then the last section is the watch list.
bringing that back.
Bringing it back into the fold.
For those that was rocking with us from when we were doing our trial.
Yeah, our
pods.
pilots.
Let them know what it's about.
Yeah, that's basically about, again, any player, team, manager that's gone on the radar for bad performances, just stinking up the gaff, not really living up to expectation. So if I start with you, Della.
Also, with the segment, so I had to just an addendum to it. So on top of that, these people stay on the
fair.
Once you get added onto this watch list, so it's like once you get your court paper, so to speak.
Yeah, once you get served, you're on there.
Yeah. Your case will continuously be heard at the court until you do something.
Until your bus case.
Yeah, exactly. Your bus case to be removed off of it.
And we have to agree for them to go onto the watch list as well.
We have to agree whether they are worthy of being on the list, and then we agree to take them off the list. So, yeah, that's how we're gonna run this segment. So yeah, but over to you, Della.
Yeah, mine can be a number of players from Manchester, but I'll just give it to Ten Hag because I think he needs a tighter control over that ship. So yeah, he'll be on my watch list until further notice.
5 games, he'll be off it.
5 games, yeah, we off it.
Strava.
Yeah. So
Do we agree with that one?
I think Ten Hag can be on there.
I think so. With the way we started this season, I think that's fair.
Well, that's a resounding
His
Unfortunately.
yes.
excuses
Yeah.
and he's
Throwing players under the bus.
Yeah. So on the watch list for me, Kai Havertz.
If you try and pick up this guy.
Wait. No, I need to hear it.
I've been waiting to serve this nigga back.
Hear him out.
Look, so obviously Kai Havertz is a gunner and he's got my support. But obviously, he also comes with a rap sheet, having played for the Boys in Blue, and recently he put a statement out saying that he is a number 9. He's played really well there. This was just prior to the international break when he played for Germany, and it made me realise that he's actually not aware of the damage he does to.
He said he's number 9.
Yeah, he said that.
That's crazy.
He said that, and then in the game that followed, he got his German manager sacked.
Yeah. For the first time ever.
Oh my God, I've heard enough. I've heard enough.
Yeah.
He got an assist in the game that came afterwards, and obviously he put in a decent cameo when he came on for Arsenal. But I just feel like I want to see a few more performances from him to come off the watch list, and I feel like putting him on the watch list, my brother in arms will help me assess whether he deserves to be on or off that list. So that's my recommendation, whether you agree or not.
0 pushback from me.
I don't agree because I haven't seen anything bad.
Fair enough.
I've not seen anything good, but I've also not seen anything bad enough for him. Because obviously, if you look at ETH on that list, I've seen loads bad.
Yeah.
It'll be tough to put him in the same category.
What about the air flick, the air shot?
It
from Man
happens,
United?
right? It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
What about the bum flick the game before?
It happens. It happens. It happens.
No, I think
What about the pass that led to the
Come
United?
on, man.
Nah, he's been sticking up. I think he has been sticking up the gap as well, man.
You think he's been stinking out?
I think he has.
Is it?
Well, I would say he's been stinking up. You know why? Because Arsenal, other than him, have actually been doing good.
So that's 3 yeses then.
So do you see what I'm saying? If Arsenal weren't performing and then you're like, no, you're picking on Havertz, then I'd be like, come on, man.
Havertz is on the list then.
I think he'll come off quick though. But
Yeah.
I don't mind him being on it.
Yeah, no, mine was ETH. He's already on the list, man. So I'm all right with it.
ETH, Marley Mar.
I'm gonna go with Mudryk.
Mudryk.
Yeah,
That's a resounding yes.
Yeah, man. I got no pushback there.
yeah. He's just been meaty. So
Yeah, he has been. I was actually going to say Mudryk as well, but I think there's someone that's gone under the radar more than him,
Oof.
which is Gallagher. And I think he's just poor at Chelsea. I don't know what he does there, bro. And he's almost starting every game.
yeah, Gallagher.
the captain at the weekend as
Yeah,
well.
Gallagher. He's unfortunate because he's decent, but that's not his level.
He missed the sitter as well.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not his level. When he was at Palace.
Yeah, Palace is more,
he looked-
like we said that before.
Yeah, he looked dope, and then he was going back to Chelsea, and I was like, no, that's not his level. And our Chelsea mate said, "What do you mean?" And I was like, that's not his net level. Like, he just shouldn't be at that club. Crystal Palace were doing perfect for him, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's why I put
I'm
Gallagher
sure
on
he
it.
wanted to go to Palace as well.
I think he wanted to give it a go at Chelsea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think he wanted to give it a go at Chelsea.
I think if it doesn't work out, he'll probably go back there, you know?
I'll say no. Because I just think Chelsea stinks. So I think that'll be scapegoating him.
Yeah, I think I'm no as well.
Okay.
Yeah, just for Gallagher, because I know he puts in effort. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say no, but yeah, he's not right for Chelsea.
I mean, it weren't a bad suggestion, but
It's just because I think I've always honed in
you
on
know
him
what,
because he
though?
was at Palace last year, man, and I saw
I
him a
think he
lot.
gave us an anticlimax because you said he's worse than Mudryk.
yeah.
Boy,
he's not a bit worse than Mudryk.
well, I don't know,
Mudryk
bro. I don't know. Like, he's doing a lot of running.
Yeah, Mudryk
He does run till it hurts.
Yeah.
Mudryk is doing a lot of running as well, but just
That's what I'm
into the
saying, bro. Like, they're
advertising
not.
boards.
But the thing is as well, I think why Gallagher was more in my mind was because we've seen what he can do at Palace, whereas Mudryk, you're not really like cool. It might take him like a season to get into it. Whereas this guy, you saw him at Palace, he can actually be all right, but maybe at Chelsea, he's just not being able to click as much as that. He can play ball. We all know he can play ball.
Right, so who's on the list then?
ETH, Mudryk, Havertz.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we want to do it?
Have a mate.
Do we want to do it? Do we want to do it?
Yeah.
Do it like a top 3, like in terms of order?
No. Unnecessary.
I feel like ETH will be the top.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I don't
man.
need that right now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Havertz can come off by Wednesday. Even though I'll put you there. Sorry, bro.
Fair enough. All right, cool. Thanks for joining us for this installment of the podcast. We'll be back same time, same place. Peace.
Cheers.
Peace.